Hey, this is Anthony from RevZilla TV. We can watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new Klim Badlands Pant, available at RevZilla.com. New for 2015, this is the new Badlands Pant, which is the successor to the original Badlands Pro. Now, where this falls in the Klim lineup: beefy, bomb-proof, 4-season aggressive. Again, it's going to be Gore Pro shell. You're looking at a 4-season adventure-oriented pant, which is bring your own base layers. Remember, Klim doesn't like to do thermals or removable waterproofing. What they do is they give you a tech shell with all of the hardcore elements and waterproofing built in, and you bring your own base layers to the party. Now, with the new Badlands compared to the previous Badlands Pro, you're still getting two colors. The fit's gonna be really similar, but there are really a couple key changes. The first key change is protection. You're gonna see talisman material at the knees. This is welcomed, and remember, this is over the D3O Evo Pro XT armor, which we're gonna talk more in depth about a little bit later. But what you're getting here is talisman. That is super fabric, tiny laser welded ceramic plates that are dramatically more abrasion resistant than your typical leather or textile, and that is welded on top of your Arma core, which is a Gore material, and it's going to be aramidic infused Cordura. So Arma, aramid, core, Cordura. Again, it is bomb-proof in your impact areas. The other thing that's a nice and welcome change to the new Badlands Pants, which again is an apex predator in this 4-season adventure world, is that it's going to primarily be what I would consider 840D Cordura throughout the main construction, as opposed to Arma core. Now, when High-Vis Brian turns backwards, not yet, you're gonna see that Arma core in the seat, again, in that high impact area. But the rest of the pant is now 3/4 of a pound lighter, because they've done away with some of that crunchier, beefier material in the non-impact areas. It's actually gonna be a little bit more comfortable wear, and again, the less weight factor is actually not going to fatigue you over time. They've done some other minor changes. You're going to see the logoing is a little bit less, a little bit more muted, but again, that's the big leap forward when we see the new Badlands hit the market. Now let's briefly talk about sizing. High-Vis Brian, 6 foot, 195, 42-inch chest. He's got a 35-inch belly button waist, and he wears a 33 pair of jeans at the waist. He's wearing a size 34 regular from Klim. And again, notice on the side here, there's plenty of room to cinch this down. Use the size chart. It's more of an American off-road cut. And remember, it does come in tall sizes that are going to tie in with that 3-inch longer inseam, so you have that option. Now, one of the other things I want to hit on here is the fact that you can't see it, but on the backs of the legs, the other key addition are going to be dual straps. So on the back side of each one of these legs, and you'll see it when he turns backwards, you're going to have these two straps that allow you to cinch in additional material. So right now, High-Vis Brian's wearing it without a knee brace. If he was to beef up the knee brace, it would expand and he'd have to cinch it down. Again, it's that flexibility factor to know that a lot of guys are wearing these in more hardcore off-road environments, and when you rock knee braces, you need a little bit more flexibility baked in and around your knees, and especially the ability to cinch down some of that extra material when you're not using it. Now, thinking fit still, remember, we're going to ship for free over 39 bucks. You can always talk to us if you need help on this. And keep in mind, I'd love it if you subscribe to us at RevZilla TV. Click our logo, subscribe on YouTube, leave me your comments, your questions, your feedback about the new Klim Badlands Pant. And remember, if you do not subscribe, every day that goes by, we will hit High-Vis Brian with sticks. He's a nice guy. Don't make us hit him with sticks. Now, moving back into the pant itself, let's talk about some of the other nuanced features here. Starting at the top and working our way down, just like the previous version, it's going to be a dual snap construction. And remember, you're going to have a big YKK zip down along the fly. That's going to be Vislon in nature, and there's going to be a fly behind that, or a gaiter behind that, because the waterproof breathability, the Gore Pro, is baked in here. So all of these seams need to be watertight. Now, if we look at some of the ventilation features here, big beefy vents along the side that haven't really changed from the last time, except for the zipper is now a YKK Aqua Guard, which is a bigger, beefier Vislon zipper. With, notice, all of the pulls now from Klim have a TPU on the end. They're easier to find with a gloved hand, but again, it's less of that water resistant zipper. It's now the Aqua Guard zipper, which again takes it to the next level. You're going to see your pocket configuration is slightly changed, and it's more of a waterproof style zip at the pocket here. Again, that different non-Aqua Guard zipper. And as you work your way down, now you get back to the knees. Remember, we talked about the talisman material, the super fabric on top of the Arma core. Now what you have, let's talk about the D3O. So the nice part about the Badlands compared to something like the Latitude, which is its baby brother, it's a little more road oriented, the Badlands is going to use D3O Evo Pro XT armor, which is thicker, it's ventilated, it's still molecular, but it gives you that temperature stability towards down near the freezing mark, and when it's extremely hot, it keeps its property. Remember, this is a hip armor slide. You're gonna have hip armors in D3O, and you're gonna have the knee and shin armor as well, but the beauty of it is that it's very comfortable when it's resting, when you put it on, regardless of the temperature with the Evo Pro XT. But remember, when you introduce shock, it actually disperses the energy through that crystalline lattice structure within the molecules, and what that's going to do is lengthen the impact, disperse the impact, and absorb the energy. So again, transferring less to you. And again, you're getting hips and you're getting knees here in the new Badlands Pro, which are a nice touch. Now, one other thing to keep in mind when we talk about the knee armor, it is adjustable. So again, you're gonna have that range of motion up and down. Even though you can buy this pant with a longer inseam, you're gonna wanna make sure that knee armor is in the right place when you're riding. And again, that's one of those upgraded features. The other thing before I turn him to the side that you're gonna see is this Gore leather, which is very soft. It is perforated so it still breathes. That's why it's Gore leather. And that's gonna be in the inside of the knees in a high abrasion resistant zone, in a high use zone, in a heat shielded zone. Again, standing on the pegs, using your knees to potentially interface with the bike, interface with the tank. It's great to have that. What I would love them to see them do is, instead of continuing the 840D Cordura all the way down, I would love to have seen them bring this Gore leather all the way down. Again, that would be my one nitpick. Now, Hi-Vis Brian, turn and face away from me. You'll notice on the side, if you're looking at the last version of this pant, the side had a much bigger Klim logo. They've refined it. They've got it a little bit more subdued. We talked a lot already about the waist adjustment and that side vent. Now, if we move down, you're going to see there's an additional vent in the back. Now, we had this vent on the previous version. On the new Badlands, it's now an AquaGuard zipper, which is a beefed up zip along the back here. Again, water resistant. You're gonna tie in with your Gore theme. And here are my two straps along the back that are allowing for that extra room if I wanna put my knee guard in. But again, when I'm not using it, or the knee brace rather, I'm able to then cinch it down. And working our way down completely down the line of the pant, 3 snaps at the bottom, reflectivity down along the bottom. But notice that it doesn't fully open. It's actually just going to be a gaiter. So again, it's not meant to completely open up for on and off with the boot, but what it is going to be is the gaiter that's going to give you a little room to move. Now, if I flip this up, one of the things that Klim does really, really well is they continue their beefier materials up on the inside. One of the things that happens a lot in the off-road world is you have pants that get eaten from the inside out because the boots have really heavy-duty buckles and are so rugged on the exterior. Klim gives you great protection to a pretty high degree, keeping your pants on the inside protected from your boots while they're protecting your body on the outside. The last thing I want to talk about before I ask Hi-Vis Brian to turn backwards is the Klim bubble butt effect. And if we look at the backside here, it does kind of stick out. That's from design. No, Hi-Vis Brian is not anatomically different than you or I. What you have here is an external additional fabric that's going to allow, when he's in the riding position, to give you the extra room so it's not pulling down on the yoke at the waist. It's not stretching. It's actually more comfortable, but when you stand up off the bike, you get that little extra fabric that's going to give you that bubble butt effect. Know that that is by design, regardless of how you're built, and know that when you're riding, you will thank Klim for designing it, even though when you stop for a hamburger, people are going to say, that guy's got a bubble butt. Now, turn backwards for me there, HVB. If we look at the back, starting at the top, you do have your yoke, which has some stretch to it. You see how you're cinching along the sides, works their way down. Notice it is a 40-centimeter zipper now that has been standardized on the Klim pants to allow them to be married to different jackets. This jacket I would recommend to be married to that Badlands jacket itself. And then we talked about abrasion resistance, and we talked about Armacore. Ripstop Armacore in the seat and down along the backside of the inner thighs. High impact zone. Your knees are high impact zone, your backside for a slide is an impact zone. That is a welcomed addition compared to some of the lighter weight materials they're using to make this pant a little bit more comfortable and lighten the overall weight. If we work our way down, you're gonna see how those cinch straps work their way in. We already talked about how the cuff works, and you can see the reflective piping working its way down. Remember, Klim's really big on the humanoid form, because when all of this reflectivity gets hit with a high beam and it lights up, people are going to realize that's a man or a woman on a bike. They're not going to immediately have to figure out if it's a fire hydrant or if it's a street sign or if it's another vehicle. vehicle. And when people subconsciously realize it's a human, they react, they take evasive action much more quickly. It cuts down on reactive time, and again, it's a safety feature here from Klim. Also, staying within the backside, you're going to notice we've talked about the Armacore. There's also a key change for the new Badlands, which is going to be Poron XRD in the tailbone. So it is a lightweight, thin, and very dense piece of foam that breathes, that's going to give you tailbone protection, but not get in the way of the comfort while you're riding. But again, one more way that Klim has taken this pant and kind of taken it up to the next level. Come back around to the front there, HUV. The interior of this bad boy, remember, it's going to be that basic slip mesh liner. Wear it over a pair of moto skivvies or whatever your normal riding base layer is, or beef it up with a mid layer that's going to allow you to create that warmth if you're taking it into the depths of winter. But again, you have the flexibility, big vents for the summer, everything closed with Gore Pro for the winter, waterproof, breathable for life. It's going to get you there. Remember, this is a right off the rack and ride it around the world type of adventure outfit from Klim. The big brother is going to be that adventure rally, or the rally rather, which again is way overkill. Holds 40 pounds of gear, you take it to Dakar. And the baby brother here, if you don't want to make this type of an investment, check out the Latitude pants. They are refined for 2015, and they are going to have, again, more of a road and multi-season touring spin on them. The next step in your journey is to click right here. Read other rider reviews of the new Klim Badlands pant. You don't have to take my word for it, and make sure you watch a detailed breakdown video of the jacket that pairs with it as well. Remember, we're going to ship for free over $39. And if you want to talk to a gear geek, see us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455. Thanks for watching our detailed breakdown. Remember, don't make us hurt. Hi, this is Brian. Click and subscribe to us at RevZilla TV, our YouTube channel. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.